But sometimes you just can't pick the weather, and a rainy day is unavoidable. Now, if you're a daily commuter and you've been doing this for years, you know exactly what you have to do to be prepared for a rainy day. Now, I've tried all sorts of methods when it comes to being ready for wet weather, and there are just times that you get caught unprepared. When it comes to winter riding and riding in wet conditions, there are all sorts of things you could do to prep your bike and outfit yourself in order to stay dry. Things like a rain jacket, waterproof pants, waterproof gloves. They even make covers for your shoes to keep your feet dry. All this gear, despite being super functional, doesn't always look super great and can be a little annoying to have to put on and take off while you're commuting. But what if there's something I told you I ride with all winter long, even into the springtime, so that I never get caught on a wet, rainy day unprepared? I ride with a poncho. Now, all the gear in the world doesn't help you if you leave it at home. And let's be real, changing in and out of rain gear in between going to the office or running a quick errand isn't always the most fun thing to do. Well, the rain poncho is no secret when it comes to staying dry on a rainy day. In fact, they've been making ponchos for God knows how long. But I'm not talking about a $3 poncho that you picked up at the gas station halfway through a downpour. No, I'm talking about the Rover Rain Cape from Cleverhood. Now, I've used plenty of those last second rescue me rain ponchos from the gas station for $34. And to be honest, they just don't hold up. They're super thin, they're flimsy, really baggy, just almost too much of a one-size-fits-all kind of gig. Not to mention the fact that they tend to tear really quickly, and therefore you just get stuck getting wet all over again. What's the point of that? Now, the Rover Rain Cape is more than your average poncho. This is uniquely designed to work well both on and off the bike. For $100, you get a hooded poncho that is 100% polyester with a 15K waterproof rating. It's got a waterproof YKK zipper up front. On the side of your hood here, you have two straps to cinch that down, tighten things up, and the hood has a nice little bill. On the inside, we have fully seam sealed stitching all the way around. So all of the stitching on this poncho has a nice waterproof seal to prevent moisture from getting in. Additionally, on the inside, there are a few features that make it work very well on the bike. We'll get into here to a second. On the outside, we have a 3M reflective logo both on the front and on the back, and this just helps bring additional visibility. Now, I know what you're thinking, a bright yellow poncho like this, you're probably not looking to get seen much more than you are already wearing this. They do come in 6 other colors, so that reflective graphic on the front and back will help you to be seen when you are riding when things start to get dark, which on a nice, moody, rainy day, things get dark quick. The zipper makes for a very large opening, which means you could throw this on over a helmet and make things really fast. The front and the back are longer, whereas the sides are dubbed in, meaning you can keep your hands free. So if you want to wear it like this and walk around and do your errands, you're not going to be lifting this all the way up just to get your hands out. Equally, if you want to ride the bike with this floated down, that'll work as well. But there is a better way to wear it on the bike. And again, we'll get into that in a second. Now, this is an under hood design. Doesn't really fit all the way over a helmet, but you could wear it up there. But if you know anything about riding with a hood, especially one that doesn't fit or have some sort of magnet to keep it attached to your hood, they tend to just fly off in the rain. So with the under hood design, you just pull your helmet aside, flip the hood under, and fit that right back on top. Yeah, a hood under helmet look is a little unique, but when it comes to staying dry, this is really the best way to do things. You're able to zip this up nice and tall over your face, and you can use these cinches on the side to really tighten things down. It's not quite for everyone, but when it's raining really hard, staying dry has its perks. Now, the Rover Rain Cape does come in 3 different sizes, and there's also 3 unique sizes for kids as well. Kids one is a little bit cheaper too, and you know, the whole family can stay nice and dry. This is a size regular. It's rated for 5'5" to 6'2", and at 6 foot tall, I wouldn't really want this much bigger, and that goes for wearing it around casually when I'm working in the backyard, and specifically when I'm riding a bike. Now when riding a bike, this poncho works much better than those $3, $4 throwaway ones. And that's because they've done a little bit extra in the design to make it functional and to work while riding. In the back, there is a waist belt loop strap point, which lets you hook up a belt. The belt that they have is $4, but I'm sure you can use a shoelace or something else if you don't want to spend that $4. And this will secure the back to you around your waist. And I wouldn't ride it like that because that looks weird and probably wouldn't work super well, but it gives you the visual. And what's nice about that is while you're riding, it gives you that low point of contact on the back side of the poncho to prevent all of the back fabric from flying away. And while you're riding, you can choose to sit on this tucked underneath you or to drape it over the saddle. Up front, you can see it's also really loose. And how are you going to secure that? Well, they have these nifty little loops on the front here for you to hook your thumbs into. So when you reach forward to the handlebars, you have that front of the poncho secured to the handlebars. And I like to drape the whole front of this over the handlebars so that way any rain coming down will just bead off in front of me and avoid landing on my legs. Really, I just wanted to take the time to show you this poncho and really represent and showcase something that might be a little bit different than the average item you consider when you're thinking about riding a bike in the rain. This works really well on a bike that has fenders like this Globe, something else to help block and deflect the water. If you have kids and they're sitting in the back of a cargo bike, yeah, they can have all that rain gear on, but you know how it is buying clothing for kids. They're gonna grow out of it quickly. So every season for years to come, you're gonna be upgrading. And a poncho is something that they can just flip over, put part of it on the outside of the frame of their kid carrier or the hand guards and really keep themselves fully protected. A feature of this that I mentioned that I really like is even if it stops raining while you're wearing this, you're not eager to take it off. You're not overheating, but ultimately you're doing a good job at also blocking the wind. And when it's wet and cold, that cold, wet air blowing on you can tend to be more annoying than the rain itself. Now I'm all for proper rain gear for riding. When I'm on my mountain bike or going out for a gravel or a road ride, I wear the right kit for those rides. But if I'm just running quickly down to the store, I want to wear this inside. I'm not going to wear my full mountain bike kit. So being able to throw that poncho on is a convenience thing as well, and really why I wanted to talk about it here, because like I said, it's a little unconventional and maybe not the first thing you think of when you're looking for something to keep you dry. Well, thanks for letting me talk your ear off about a piece of gear that has been really impactful into my riding here in the Pacific Northwest. Where I live, it rains a lot in the wintertime, more than I want to admit, and that makes riding less enjoyable. And being able to have that poncho around and just keep it on the bike when the day turns to dark and starts raining on me halfway through a ride, at least I know I'm prepared. And if I do have my rain gear on and someone else is going for a ride with me and they might not have all that stuff, this is the go-to grab to hand over to them so I know that they're going to enjoy themselves and not let their day be ruined as well. If you have any questions about the Rover Rain Cape, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Is there another poncho or some other rain riding gear that you use all the time that you think's better? Or do you think that maybe this is the right thing for you to get, if not for yourself, maybe for your kids? Thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out Cleverhood. They have a lot more things in their store. I'm actually running a deal at the time of this video to get a bundle for the Rover Rain Cape, a hat, a pannier bag, and that $4 waist strap that you can use with the cape, all for 120 bucks, which is a great deal because you're getting a whole lot for not much more money, and they're all going to be great things on your bike. So thanks again for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.